Hey there guys, DMO73 here, bringing you the second deck profile of the day. This is Josh's Solar Flare Rezzard. I know that he played a mono black list on Wednesday, but he tweaked it a little bit, tuned it up a little bit, and actually used it to take either fourth or third at the ARG Battle Creek, ARG BC Comics in Fenton, Michigan. So I figured I'd actually bring this list to you because it's a little bit more potent than the one that he played on Wednesday. So let's go ahead and dig right in. So Rezzard, the Undead Lord, ruler, 7 Kings Vampire, J-activate at pay 2 black, and you can pay 2 black to put the top 2 cards of your main deck into your graveyard. So he floods the graveyard, and that's what this version of the deck thrives on, is that full graveyard. So he flips over Rezzard the Desecrating Vampire. He's got natural and perishable. When he enters the field, you can put up to 2 cards into your standby zone face down. He gains plus 200 for each card in your standby zone. So he essentially, right off the bat, can be a 9/9. And his God's Art is March of the Undead. You pay 2 black and 4 of any color, remove any, and then the effect is you remove any number of Resonators from your graveyard from the game. For each one done, each player banishes a Resonator and discards a card. So you can essentially just clear everything. You can use your own graveyard to make it so your opponent is in top deck mode, and when you're already in a position where you're going to be bringing stuff out of your standby zone, that doesn't hurt you at all. So that's kind of the way that works. Moving into the stone lineup, it is a black-white deck. So we run 4 Magic Stones of Heaven's Rift to get those sources. A Little Red the Pure Stone to be able to pump stuff up. A Grusbalesta the Sealing Stone to be able to do shenanigans with giving stuff minuses in order to win trades. And then 4 basic black stones. It is primarily black with a splash of white. That's why we run every single source needs to hit us black. In terms of monster lineup, this is a slower deck, just to keep in mind. So if you're playing in a super fast meta, then you might have some hard times. We run 4 Mozarts for those being able to trade and cause shenanigans with Soulhunt. 3 Scion of the Undead Lord. This card is amazing. You can simply hit it on the field. It's a 7/7. You gain 400 life and your opponent loses 400 life. It's a big swing in addition to having a very, very good attack and defense. 4 Carmilla, because she is spot removal. And here's the real heavy hitter of the deck, Arthur, the Dread Lord of Vengeance. This guy is crazy. He's a zombie. He has 1,000. Other Darkness Resonators get plus 200, and non-Darkness Resonators gain minus 200. Now this is on the entire field, so your opponent's Darkness creatures get +2/+2, as well as yours, other than Arthur, and all on the entire field, everything gets -2/-2 that isn't Darkness. That is huge. If you have multiple of these guys stacked on the field, it's essentially just saying, good luck playing anything. And then you can remove 3 Resonators from your graveyard from the game to put him back into your hand. This is a really, really good way to just kind of keep recurring him over and over and over again. He'll never die, and with that 1,000 strength, he becomes quite a powerhouse. Then we run 4 Persephone. This is the only card we use that uses stealth. All you have to do to meet its requirements is have Rezzard or be your ruler or J-ruler, and have 10 cards in your graveyard. That's it. And then you can flip her over. She's a natural 800. Sorry, that's a lie. She's a 700. And when she enters your field, you can just grab from Spell Chant Standby Area, you can grab target Resonator with total cost 4 or less from your graveyard and just put it right into your field. So if you trigger her, she becomes a 2-drop. You just put her face down, meet the trigger, you flip her, get her, and another Resonator. That is a hugely powerful effect for Darkness. When you have cards like Arthur that you can grab from the grave, put him out, suddenly she becomes a 9/9, and you've got that minus to the field. You can also grab everybody's favorite demon, Mr. Mephistopheles, which we all know is a very, very powerful Darkness finisher. And the deck uses 2 of them to make that happen. Moving on to the Regalia, we run 4 Deathscythe. I mean, after all, it is Rezzard's Regalia. We want to make sure that if our opponent does decide to flip, that we can go ahead and kill them, no big deal. And we can get start to steal stuff with Rezzard if we deal damage because of the extra effect of Deathscythe, which is really awesome, and make his Gods Art cheaper as well. And you can banish 3 cards from your graveyard from the game to put it back into your hand, so you can keep kind of recycling it. 3 Soulhunt, especially because of the fact that we like to load up our graveyard and because of the fact that we don't play a lot of small drops. Soulhunt is just pure advantage because we can play it, discard a card like Arthur that we need to the grave and to be able to recur it later. Only our opponent's going to lose a creature because we didn't put anything on there, or at most we have a Mozart on there and we can sack that and kill 2 creatures with 1 stone. 4 Stoning to Death for spot removal of heavier creatures. 3 Niflheim. Zombies you control gain +2/+2, so that's automatically really big. And you can banish this card to put the top 5 cards of your main deck into the grave. So this is a really easy way to just flood the graveyard for Persephone, for the other recurrence techniques kind of stuff that we can use. Put an Arthur in there to be able to recur it really fast. Really helps to add to the deck's consistency. 2 Endless Night for a heavier spot removal as well as board wiping potential. Excuse me. If you have this if you have an Arthur on the field and then you play this, essentially everything on the field is going to get -4/-4 if it's not darkness. Otherwise, it's going to get -2/-2. So you can kill something big. You can give everything that minus, and it can essentially be a board wipe for 3. Very, very good, especially since it's instant speed. 2 Genesis Creation. We use this because you can recur things like Arthur, Mephistopheles, and more importantly, Mount Immortal, or Niflheim really, but Mount Immortal as well, because this just says that all Darkness Resonators get -2/-2. So essentially, the whole point of this deck is to recur, and reanimate with the darkness to be able to put up a field that your opponent just can't play any creatures on because everything's getting minused. That being said, if you're playing against the dark deck, you need to rely heavily on your side. You need to play smart and rely on your side because you're not getting those minuses. But if you tool a sideboard to fit, if you're expecting not a lot of darkness decks, you can tool your sideboard pretty easily to be able to manage it. He was using, Josh, I know for a fact, was using Blazers and red sources as well as Vlad for kind of control matchups. So that's the deck, guys. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you would change, what you would do different. And like, comment, and subscribe as always. And until next time, this is DMO73, signing off.